Good morning, and welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host.
Good morning and welcome back to the Farm and Home Show. My name's Kristen Hildebrand and I'll be filling in for Miss Joanna Coles this week. We've got a great guest for you guys in store for the show today. Visiting with us from Lexington, Kentucky, we have Dr. Nicole Gauthier. She's our Extension Plant Pathologist with the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning. How are you?
Or Dr. Gauthier, I should say. I give Nicole quite a bit of phone calls a lot throughout the season.
That's it.
So she's our go-to for ornamentals and also fruits, and then even dealing with some hemp and things like that.
Industrial hemp, yes.
That's right.
It's been about 4 years.
Yeah, so we're really glad to have you on the show. It's always a warm welcome to have you back. But we're getting a lot of phone calls this time of year, and we've had some different types of weather patterns and stuff, and we always seem to get the phone call about, hey, you know, I've got a tree that's not looking so well, what can I do? So we're going to talk this morning about maybe a few disease issues that may arise up in the urban landscape, especially here in the Bowling Green area or even in the South Central Kentucky area. So where do you want to start first?
Okay, so we were talking earlier about stress pathogens.
Yes.
And from the term stress pathogen, I mean plant pathogens. Those are fungi, bacteria, nematodes, viruses that are induced by plant stress. So these are not aggressive pathogens. These are indeed opportunistic pathogens, so they need a stressed plant in order to infect. And a lot of times in that urban setting, we have really stressful situations, and that in turn leads to these stress pathogens taking over and causing disease.
So you've already got a sick plant in the landscape, and then that seems the pathogen that comes in is already kind of favoring that sick plant anyway.
That's right. So sometimes though, homeowners and growers don't realize their plant is sick or stressed. So sometimes it's not quite so obvious, but still we know which pathogens are stress pathogens. And so we could talk stress-related diseases. And in an urban environment, there's nothing native or natural about an urban environment ever. Even our best landscapes, our best kept landscapes are not natural. So a lot of times we have a lot of stressors that are in there.
Right, that we just don't realize until it starts to kind of evolve and take place, and then we get the phone call.
That's right.
So talk to us a little bit about maybe fungi versus bacteria, some of those pathogens that cause some of the diseases because of the sick plant.
Okay, most of the time, and especially in the urban landscape, we are talking fungi. Okay, not as many bacterial pathogens, a lot of fungal pathogens. So let's just focus on that real quick. Fungal pathogens, fungi, there are lots of different types of fungi out there. There are those that cause leaf diseases or needle diseases, cankers, stem cankers, any kind of woody disease. And then, of course, there are root diseases, so fungi that infect roots. So there are a lot of different causal fungi out there. So if we think about it from that standpoint, we can still be talking about thousands of different fungi.
Wow. So, and like you said, it can be causes from different things. Maybe it doesn't drain very well, that you get the root type fungi like Phytophthora. I know you talk a lot about it. But it seems like needle cast disease has been the worst for spruce, even pines, I know.
Yes, that's right. So Rhizosphaera needle cast is a very common one, pretty much limited to spruce in our area. So Rhizosphaera needle cast is caused by a fungal disease, and it'll infect stressed needles on a stressed spruce tree. And casting means a falling of needles. So it's a 2-year disease cycle. Infection occurs 1 year, and then the casting or that dropping of the needles occurs the next year. So usually we'll have a couple of overlapping disease cycles happening at once.
Yes, and so it seems like we always seem to get people that are like, you know, it has been occurring over the years, so you really need to take care of it really when you first see it.
Right, so it'll start pretty slow. Sometimes we don't pay much attention when we start to see those little bits of disease. But Rhizosphaera needle cast, for instance, is a stress pathogen, but the stress plant is the fact that we have a spruce, an upland species, in a very hot summer environment. So it's not the winter that's causing the stress on those spruce, it's our hot summers. So it's the wrong plant in the wrong place. And even though a lot of times those trees will will usually hang on or mature, a lot of times that will have that effect that a pathogen will come in.
Yeah, so guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow because Nicole here is going to give us some more information about stress-induced. You don't want to miss it, so stay tuned tomorrow on Farm and Home.
If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Warren County Extension Office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.